Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about Calvin Harris being a new dad to his first child with his wife, Vicky Hope. So let's get right into it. Calvin Harris is a dad. The DJ and record producer, 41, welcomed his first baby, a son named Micah, with his wife Vick Hope on Sunday, July 20th. Harris announced the exciting news on Instagram with a series of sweet snaps. In the first photo, Harris could be seen holding his little boy on his arm and smiling as he sat on an outdoor couch in the sun. He also included a photo of himself and his wife meeting their little one for the first time in an at-home water birth. 20th of July, our boy arrived. Micah is here, Harris wrote in his caption. My wife is a superhero, and I am in complete awe of her primal wisdom. Just so grateful. We love you so much, Micah. Calvin Harris also added the hashtags #Newson, #Grateful, #ParentLife to his post. So this is such wonderful news for Calvin and for Vicky. They must be over the moon excited to finally be parents. I think that, when you get to that stage in your life and you finally decide that you want to settle down, start a family, then it is definitely a big change, but in a good way. And I think that, the process of becoming parents can also be very stressful because, especially if this is your first child, you just don't know what to expect. But they must be really happy right now. It is a beautiful feeling when you finally get to hold your child in your hands after months and months of waiting. And it looks like they had an at-home birth, which I think is a really great experience as well, especially if you have a supportive partner there with you and you feel comfortable in your own space. I think it's a great experience. Of course, you still have to go through labor and all that, which can be really painful and difficult. But overall, I think it's a very positive experience. And congratulations to them. And I also loved that he called his wife a superhero. Women go through so much during pregnancy and labor, and I think it's nice to acknowledge that and to celebrate that and to say, my wife is a superhero. She is strong and capable, and she has brought our child into this world, and I admire her so much. And I can imagine that the birth process can be very traumatic sometimes, and it is nice to acknowledge that and to say, she's a warrior, she's a hero, she's done something amazing, and I am so grateful to her. So, I thought that was a nice touch that he added that hashtag and just, acknowledged that she is a superhero. But they have been trying to keep things private. Even though they had a huge wedding, they still tried to keep things as private as possible. And in a recent interview with BBC Radio 1, Vicky actually revealed that she had been suffering from hyperemesis gravidarum during her first trimester. This is a condition that affects some pregnant women and causes severe nausea and vomiting. This is why she had to pull back on her work commitments as she needed to focus on her health and the health of her baby. During the interview, she said, "It's almost impossible to explain unless you've experienced it yourself. Some people might experience a bit of sickness. Some people might experience no sickness at all. Mine was somewhere in between the two. But it's definitely been a journey." She also thanked her husband for supporting her through this tough time. So they do like to keep things quite private, although they did make a red carpet appearance at the Grammy Awards earlier this year. But rumors first sparked that the couple were expecting their baby during a BBC Radio 1 interview that Hope, 35, had with actress Florence Pugh for Marvel's Thunderbolts, later renamed New Avengers. In the video, shared on Monday, April 28th, the presenter wore a cream bodycon dress and could be seen gently stroking her stomach. Shortly after the interview went live, Hope, who wed Harris in September 2023, shared snaps on Instagram of herself with a visible growing baby bump during some recent career moments. She also reshared the post on her Instagram stories as she wrote, "Lots going on lately. The post included a shot of Hope patting her baby bump during her interview with Pugh and a close-up image of her presenting on stage with her baby bump visible underneath a form-fitting white dress and open cardigan. They were rumored to have met for the first time in 2006, and Harris even recalled asking her out on a date but was rejected. He admitted on the same radio show back in 2019, "I didn't know anything about her. I just thought she was really beautiful and I was like, I want to meet her. So I went to the bar and I asked her if she wanted to come back to the hotel with me and she said no. It was like straight away. There was no kind of flirting or anything. She literally just said no and carried on with her night. That was it." Then they reconnected again 13 years later in 2019 and sparks flew once again. They got engaged in June 2020 and had a lavish wedding ceremony 2 years later. It has been reported that they initially connected on a professional level as Hope interviewed the superstar DJ on his show. But when he relocated to her hometown of London, their friendship quickly developed into something more. A source told the publication, "It's obvious they're crazy about each other. It all happened pretty quickly after that. They were both single, had great chemistry, and were immediately smitten. After sharing the exciting news with their friends and family, the pair jetted off to celebrate with a romantic getaway in the south of France, where they enjoyed luxurious hotels, yachts, and gourmet food. The couple opted for a 3-day trip to the French Riviera as part of their honeymoon and spent time cruising around the coast on a 150,000-pound super yacht. They were spotted enjoying some downtime on deck and taking in the stunning views. The happy couple seemed inseparable as they strolled hand in hand through the French city, and they also took a trip to the famous Hotel de Paris Saint-Tropez. The 5-star hotel is a hot spot for celebrities and attracts a glamorous crowd. Despite keeping their romance largely out of the spotlight, they were photographed kissing passionately while strolling along the harbor. It looked like the DJ couldn't keep his hands off his new wife. The pictures showed them laughing and joking around as they soaked up the Mediterranean sunshine. The couple wed at a picturesque estate in northeast England in a lavish ceremony attended by 150 guests. It took place at a 2,000-acre estate and featured a marquee reception with floor-to-ceiling windows offering panoramic views of the Scottish countryside. Their special day was filled with laughter, dancing, and music as their closest friends and family celebrated their love. Guests were treated to a traditional Scottish ceilidh, an energetic form of folk dancing and music that originated in the Highlands and Islands. DJ Calvin kept the party going with a set that spanned for decades. It included tracks from his own catalog as well as classic hits from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. As reported by the Daily Mail, the celebrations continued late into the night with guests hitting the dance floor and singing along to their favorite tunes. So it seems like these two are madly in love, and they seem to have a great support system as well, their friends and their family. And I think that will be very beneficial for them as they move forward into this next chapter of their lives and start their family. Well, that is it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed watching it as much as I did putting it together. And I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What are your thoughts on Calvin Harris and Vicky Hope? Do you think it's sweet that he's already calling her a superhero? What are your thoughts on the name Micah? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.